What if salt and sugar swapped?
So when I was thinking of salt and sugar, I was like, where's there a lot of salt? And I thought of the ocean.
Of course.
So my very first thing was like, well, actually, like, sugar isn't exactly toxic. Like, it is actually a good, like, biological fuel source. So I was like, what happens if you put fish in sugar water? And I'm not the first person to ask this question. There's a range of people that are interested in this. I'm going to start off on the educated end, where back in 1912, where you could apparently get a fucking grant to do anything, Mr. Jacques Loeb released the paper The Toxicity of Sugar Solutions Upon Fungulus and the Apparent Antagonism Between Salt and Sugar.
Ooh.
Where he experimented by basically putting a bunch of fish in salt/sugar water and seeing what happened to them.
Science.
Long story. Yeah. I actually did this exact experiment in elementary school for like 6th grade science fair.
Was it intentional? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was for science fair, and I was like, I'm gonna find out if fish can live in like water, like mineral water or carbonated mineral water. Guess which one they didn't like very much. I was like, hypothesis, they'll like the water they normally live in, they won't like the other waters. Conclusion, they really didn't like the water they don't normally live in. Got a solid C on that one. But yeah, so there are modern day scholars more onto my level of education, and you know, where they publish their scholarly papers. Yahoo Answers. So Jogi asked,
Jogi.
what? Just Jogi, Jogi. What happens when you give sugar to a goldfish? I just got 6 goldfish, and my friend told me about sugar with goldfish, and now I want to know what will happen. Will they die, go hyper, and then die? Need answers ASAP.
I just gave them lots of sugar, and I don't know what to expect. Please send help.
Just the need answers ASAP in all caps got it, but like...
That's the only situation he would need an answer ASAP is
right,
if he already did it.
He definitely already did it. We can all agree on this, right?
Yeah.
That's well, there are some answers. Like, I'm not sure how timely they were. I can't even check because I don't have internet on my fucking computer. But
right.
What also got me was that, like, reading it a couple of times, I just got 6 goldfish, and my friend told me about sugar with goldfish. What did he tell you? What's... You know, it's like, my friend told me about the sugar with goldfish. You know the sugar with goldfish? Yeah, it's crazy.
Did you know that goldfish and sugar both exist? Oh man, I gotta mix them.
So I think my favorite was, you know, there's a couple answers on here about, you know, people being like, don't, you're gonna kill your fish. But I think the best was like the top answer being where the first paragraph was like, hey, top paragraph, don't put your fish in sugar water. They're gonna die, you idiot. Second one, also, a fish's top 2 senses are those of smell and taste. If it bites at the sugar cube, he'll instantly spit it out if it's not good for him. And even if a fish's top 2 senses are those of smell and taste, it's the next top sense isn't intelligence.
Right.
I do not trust goldfish to spit out a sugar cube if it's not good for him, or really anything if it's not good for him.
Now I'm envisioning someone like pulling out their goldfish and like daintily pulling a sugar cube next to its lips and just like trying to feed a sugar cube to a goldfish. I don't think that's going to work very well, right?
Look, even if it learns that sugar's not good for it, it's just going to forget in like 3 seconds or whatever the fact is.
That's also true.
No, I think that one's false. I think that one's specifically disproven. But, yeah, so all the fish die, which is, you know, not the most interesting. So what are some maybe interesting bits around all the fish dying? What doesn't die? As far as I can tell, when you have a sugary water in fish tanks or similar, I'm not sure about the whole scale of the ocean, but what you get is an algae bloom. So they already kind of have problems with this, even in non-sugar water oceans, where there's either it's too warm or the conditions are right where this algae can just like start reproducing like way more than normal. Mm-hmm. And basically you get a huge patch of red or green or brown. It actually like will change the color of the ocean over there. and all this algae, all these millions and millions of algae will suck up all those nutrients, then suck up all the oxygen out of the water, and really expand, and then they overexpand, and then the whole thing dies off, and the whole ocean is dead space there. So if the whole ocean was, basically an algal bloom, basically you would have like a week where the ocean like turned like vivid red, and then everything was dead.
Yay!
It's very symbolic.
Yeah, we would part the Red Seas. And I don't know, I just had Red Seas in my head, and I have nowhere to go with that analogy. Moving on. So, after all this, basically you just have a big open ocean with still a lot of sugar in it. And if you leave sugar water for long enough, I'm 95% sure, because for some reason it's very hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure it just starts to ferment. And so, over time, basically our ocean is going to turn alcoholic, which is pretty cool.
Are you going to turn into another party answer? You're known for your party answers.
It kind of is going to be like the worst moonshine ever.
Because it's also full of dead fish.
Yeah, it's well,
They're
it's
fermenting.
Yeah, they're
That's true.
fermenting
Okay,
too. They're
fair
adding
enough.
flavor. They have those vodkas where they put like the fucking like dead salamander or whatever in it, right?
Yeah, so yeah, the worm in the bottom. There you go.
That's the one, the worm, not
Yeah,
the
tequila.
salamander.
Tequila
Close
with the worm in the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. That's gonna be like the whole ocean, except it's gonna be like the ocean with the whale at the bottom.
Haven't you always wanted to combine vodka and gefilte fish? Because that's what you've done, Marcus. I hope you're happy.